Congratulations to the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals. What a well-deserved gutty comeback win. Not to mention what an epic choke job by Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's what the Jets need to learn from Cincinnati so they could be in a similar position by 2023. What is going on, guys? If you're new to this channel, please subscribe if you like the content on here. So Cincinnati, what a comeback from 21-3 down, 18-point deficit, which actually ties the biggest comeback in championship history. I think it was the Colts in 2006 when they finally beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. They were also down 18 points before they pulled it off. Man, what a performance. They just hung in there. And frankly, the Chiefs let them hang around, and they paid the price. So, again, amazing job by Cincinnati. Real brief word on the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid, what the fuck are you thinking? You know, you have the ball. You have 5 seconds left. You're at the 5 or 6 yard line, and you, instead of taking the points, it would have been a 24-10 lead, 2-touchdown lead. Instead, you decide to go for the kill shot, and instead of throwing it in the end zone, or maybe throwing a fade pattern, some quick pattern, so you could at least have 1 second left on the clock. Instead, you throw a short pass to Tyreek Hill, and he stopped before he reaches the goal line. And that was the turning point in the game. I mean, just a horrible play call by Andy Reid. And Patrick Mahomes, who was great in the first half, I guess we can call him Patrick McChokes for his performance in the second half and in overtime. But honestly, the Bengals deserve this. And congratulations to Houday Nation. I'm going to be posting this on Cincinnati boards as well as the Jets boards, so I legitimately feel very happy for you guys. I know it's been a long time. It's been since like 1988 since you guys last went to the Super Bowl. I legitimately hope you guys win the Super Bowl this year. So what can the Jets take away from the Bengals' recent success? Well, I think there's a lot they can take away, because the Bengals in 2019 were in the exact same spot the Jets were in 2020. They were at 2-14, and it's when in the next year's draft they selected Joe Burrow with the number 1 pick. And then the year after that, they selected Jamar Chase, number 5, in the 2021 draft. Those two players and a lot of supporting cast as well are most responsible for where Cincinnati is right now. I can, compare Zach's situation to Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow was further along in his development last year than Zach was this year. So Zach is going to need to step up his quarterback play if we're going to have a shot to get in the playoffs next year, much less contend for a championship in 2023, which is entirely possible. That's the whole point of this video, is that in the NFL, you can turn things around really quickly. I mean, from 2-14 in 2019 to be on the cusp of a Super Bowl win, that within 3 years is impressive, but it's also not impossible to do if Joe D plays his cards right in free agency and in the draft, that they could be in the playoffs in 2023 vying for a Super Bowl. I really believe that. But so the first thing the Jets need to do is obviously fix that woeful defense, which was 32nd in the league. And they need to start by getting electric pass rushers, both in free agency and in the draft. I really hope that either Hutchinson or Thibodeau slip to number 4, because that could help us out a lot, because Saleh's system depends on a pass rusher. Look what Nick Bosa did for him in San Francisco. We need those type of electric pass rushers to get after the quarterback and make a difference on this defense. Yeah, Carl Lawson's coming back, but you don't know what shape his Achilles is going to be in come training camp. We need to get more pass rushers to help out that defense. The second thing I would do is find electric playmakers, most notably wide receiver and tight end as well, but most importantly, wide receiver. Look at what Stephon Diggs has done for Buffalo. Look at what Jamar Chase has done in Cincinnati. Those guys made a difference and transformed that offense. And that's what Zach Wilson needs. He needs an electric playmaker. Yeah, Elijah Moore is great, but he's all they have, basically. Corey Davis was terrible with his drops. I don't even want to discuss Denzel Mims. And we need special weapons. I mean, I did a video yesterday right here talking about breaking down film on Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks, and Drake London, the 3 top wide receiver prospects in this draft. And they need to get a special playmaker to take the top off the defense. And I think Garrett Wilson reminds me a lot of Stephon Diggs. The same type of route runner, explosive, can take it all the way at any time, and just an incredible route running, able to get separation, get 5 yards of separation even from the nearest defender. That's exactly the type of players that we need. I would hope at number 10 that JD would pick Garrett Wilson and Treylon Burks as well. Treylon Burks is like a Deebo Samuel, basically a Swiss Army knife. I mean, great speed, great size, 6'3", 225. And if he runs 4.2, like some in the press are believing that he will, his stock will go through the roof. That's the kind of playmakers we need. Yes, we also need to shore up the offensive line. Absolutely. But we need to get playmakers to help unlock Zach's potential, because Zach is a lot further behind than what Burrow was in his first year. I mean, Burrow was basically killing it like right out of the gate. And we need to get weapons to unlock Zach's potential. That's the biggest thing we need. So in closing, the Bengals making the Super Bowl gives me a lot of hope that the Jets, if JD plays his cards right, which is extremely important, especially in the free agency and the draft, he has to hit home runs. There can't be any whiffs like there were in the 2020 draft. He needs to hit it out of the park. But it's entirely possible within 3 years you could be playing for a Super Bowl. I mean, it's not impossible. Things change like this in the NFL. I mean, teams can turn it around really quickly right away. So that gives me serious hope. And the fact that the Jets beat the Bengals with Mike fucking White as the quarterback is pretty wild. And the Bengals didn't play badly at all in that game. That was just something that came out of nowhere. And that, especially if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, that's going to be an all-time Jets classic. So, but there's a lot of things that we as Jets fans can hang our hat on. And once again, congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. Amazing job. And I legitimately hope you guys win the Super Bowl this year. I really do. You know, you guys have been through a lot, you know, and at least as much as the Jets as far as pain and heartbreak and futility. And it's really nice to see. This is a wonderful story. So I legitimately hope you guys win the bowl this year. Other than that, guys, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. And as usual, go Jets. And as my friend Afram would say, 2022 is the year of the Jets.